If God is loving, wouldn't He let every good person into heaven? What kind of God would turn away people who were kind, generous, and honest, even if they didn't follow all the religious rules? Many people believe God grades on a curve. As long as you're better than most, you're safe. But Jesus said something shocking. No one is good except God alone. Mark 10:18. Society teaches that salvation is earned. Do enough good deeds, avoid the big sins, and heaven is your reward. This mindset feels fair until you realize it turns salvation into a competition and God into a scorekeeper. The Bible dismantles that logic. Romans 3:23 says, "For all have sinned and fall short of the glory of God." If heaven depends on perfection, none of us make it. And deep down, we know we're not perfect. We lie, envy, judge, and break promises. Isaiah 64:6 says, "All our righteous acts are like filthy rags. Even our best intentions are stained by pride or selfishness." A perfect God can't ignore imperfection any more than light can embrace darkness without changing its nature. But here's the hope. God didn't lower His standard. He met it for us. Romans 5:8 explains, "While we were still sinners, Christ died for us." Salvation isn't a reward for good people. It's a rescue for lost people. Ephesians 2:8-9 declares, "For it is by grace you have been saved through faith, and this is not from yourselves, it is the gift of God, not by works, so that no one can boast." Grace flips the equation. Religion says, do more to earn God's favor. The gospel says, accept what Christ already did. Jesus told the criminal crucified beside Him, "Today you will be with me in paradise." Luke 23:43. That man had no chance to perform, donate, or reform, only to believe. Many people still chase heaven through comparison. At least I'm not as bad as them. But God's standard isn't better than someone else. It's perfect like Jesus. The invitation is simple. Stop performing and start trusting. Grace doesn't ignore good works, it inspires them. True faith changes how we live because we're grateful, not because we're afraid. Titus 3:5 says, "He saved us, not because of righteous things we had done, but because of His mercy." When we understand grace, humility replaces pride. We serve because we're saved, not to be saved. The beauty of the gospel is that nobody is too far gone, and nobody is good enough to go alone. God doesn't compare your life to someone else's highlight reel. He looks at whether Christ's life covers yours. 2 Corinthians 5:21 says, "God made Him who had no sin to be sin for us, so that in Him we might become the righteousness of God." The question isn't, have I been good enough? It's, do I believe God's grace is enough? When you surrender that question, peace replaces pressure. Heaven isn't a prize for the perfect, it's home for the forgiven. If this message helped clarify what salvation truly means, subscribe to Faith Explained for more Bible concepts made simple. Comment below, what topic would you like explained next? Remember, you don't earn God's love by being good. You reflect His goodness because you're loved.